You spoke about working with your friends and being part of a great ensemble. Perhaps there's no greater example of that in your career than a series called Blackadder. As you cast your mind back on working within that ensemble, obviously a huge amount of extremely intelligent personalities. How on earth did you get anything done without discussing it too much?
Well, we did over-discuss, there's no question. There is a lot of that. I mean, we would, the modern word would be craft. We would craft jokes. Richard Curtis and Ben Elton would write scripts, and we'd read them on a Tuesday morning, because we had Monday off, because Sunday was the recording day. So we'd gather in the rehearsal rooms at the BBC, and there'd be a new script, and we'd read it. And Rowan would read with his fingers in his ears. Yes, it's a very odd way of reading. And Richard and Ben stopped coming because they found it such a depressing experience, because we'd all be going, is that a joke? I mean, it's just awful. I mean, it was sort of weird feeling of fear, because we just didn't know whether this was any good or not. And because each series was different, and so we were worried the audience would look at it, and if they were going, if it was the third series, which was set in Regency England, they'd go, well, where's the Queenie? You know, where's Miranda Richardson? There's no Queenie here. And they'd have to, you know, the audience wouldn't understand, because it wouldn't have been broadcast yet, so they don't know what they're watching. Or then they'll go, it's now in the First World War. And, you know, we were terribly nervous that they wouldn't like this new iteration. So there was that, and whatever our characters were we sure what they were like, and whether the jokes were good enough. When we should have add jokes. So, you know, there would be, you know, that's sort of typical Blackadder epithet, I suppose is the punchy word for it. So it would be like, you know, Blackadder would say, this is a problem. I will go further. This is a 42-story problem with double glazing, interior carpeting, and a big sign outside saying this is a big problem. And we go, no, that's too elaborate. And then we'd throw that out and do another one. And the producer would be there sort of sitting, sort of sucking a pencil. And the director would be panicking. And, you know, the production assistants would be just shaking their heads and not knowing what was going on, because we'd say we need this prop. And there would be a prop that wasn't in the script originally that had to be got, because the things were built. And it was a kind of agony, and it was all in the period when everybody was smoking, and so it was just endless smoke and coughing and general despair. But by the time you got to Friday, which is when you had a technical run and all the technical people came, that was sort of in place.